Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm doing a reaction on is Sadhana The Answer, Sadhguru's Spot. So I don't know what sadhana is. I could have done the research beforehand, but I figured we'd learn while we watched the video. So I can't exactly answer that question because I don't know what sadhana is. So let's go ahead and give this video a shot.
I'm only answering questions to larger public who don't do any practice. Some point I will stop the entertainment, totally. I am not the sort to give you a conclusion, I am a process. If you are willing to be a process of growth, I am there for you. You want a conclusion, I will frustrate you. The idea of doing sadhana is all the questions will burn, not that you'll find answers.
I'm sorry, I laugh really hard on that one because I feel like in some of the, at least in some of the videos, I was always waiting for an answer, and I'm like, what? It ended, where's the answer at? But I kinda figured it out, but I'm not too sure, but I think that's the way Sadhguru does. The idea of doing sadhana is that, is all the questions will burn, not that you'll find the answers. Might want to go check on something if something's burning.
Don't ever believe your intellect will know, it will not know.
Namaskar, Sadhguru. I have hundreds of questions.
Oh,
Me too, probably.
Just ask one. I would like to know the practices you offer, like Hatha Yoga, Shambhavi and Shakti Chalana, and the process of samyama. If one follows this intensely with involvement, will all of my questions get answered?
I will say no. I don't, again, to say that one path or another will answer all questions. It will answer some questions. There may be multiple paths that you have to take to answer all your questions. Even then, you may not have all your questions answered. Where did I come up with that answer? I don't know. I know, it's just kind of a thought process. I kind of figured that, we will always have questions in life. Will we always have the answers to all our questions? No. And I hope a lot of people will understand that, otherwise they're going to be frustrated. Life will be frustrating. Basically what Sadhguru said, if you want answers from me or want conclusions from me, you're going to be frustrated. It's true. Even in life itself. Even the answers that you get may be frustrating for that matter, because the answer might not be for you, it might be for someone else.
yeah.
At least that's my thoughts on that.
No, none of your questions.
Whoa, I didn't think none. I would hope some.
I'm only answering questions to larger public who don't do any practice. Those who are practicing every day intensely, am I taking any of their questions or answering any questions? No, I don't. Because the idea of doing sadhana is all the questions will burn, not that you'll find answers.
So when he says burn, does it mean it gets more intense? The question gets more intense? Is that what you mean by burn?
If your questions are gone, what do answers mean? People who don't do anything about their internal well-being, but think by asking a question and hearing an answer, their life is going to be settled, we are still entertaining them. Okay? At some point I will stop the entertainment, totally. Right now, it's still on. At some point, it'll be only available to those who are intensely doing their sadhana. For the rest, they must listen to the YouTube.
Like we are now.
Because, old cinema is always entertaining. Because you need to understand this. Questions are coming from a place which can never know. That place from which you're asking questions is not capable of knowing anything. It wants a conclusion. I am not the sort to give you a conclusion, I am a process. If you are willing to be a process of growth, I am there for you. You want a conclusion, I will frustrate you. Because what is the point of a conclusion?
To end a question, right?
This is an ongoing process. And the process becomes so beautiful and heady that you don't care where is the conclusion. Then you don't have any questions. So if I do all my sadhana, you're talking about it like it's some torturous process that if I do all this, will all my questions get answered? See, this happened. Shankaran Pillai, this is not fair, it's not always funny, sometimes it's serious.
I don't know what that is.
Shankaran Pillai filed for divorce. In the divorce, whatever the form that he filed in the court, he said that I want separation because of illness and exhaustion. The judge looked at this and asked, what is this illness and exhaustion? So Shankaran Pillai said, that's my lawyer's job, I only said I'm sick and tired of her.
Okay. Don't get divorced in America. There's a reason why. But it's turning. I'll leave it at that.
So questions can be answered in many ways. So, as a beginner, if you have questions, because that is how yearning begins, in the form of questions, it's okay. We are not against questions. But I want you to know, the place from which all these questions are manufactured, that place is incapable of knowing. It's like this, you know, do you do this? Don't do that.
What
No,
about
you
this?
must do it somewhere in your bathroom, at least you must do that.
How did
You
you
should
catch
not
the
do it everywhere. So you do this vibe to clean your nostrils. So after some time if you ask, can my finger breathe? It can clean up the passage, but it cannot breathe. So don't ever believe your intellect will know. It will not know. It asks questions because it's like that right now. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it.
Oh no, is this the end? Oh, what the… Wow, that was so quick, and I still didn't get the answer. Let me try to think about this. Let's see. There's a place within you that asks questions but can never know the answer to it. That is kind of strange. His example, I still didn't quite understand. I mean, obviously your finger can't breathe, but you clear the passage to breathing. Well, as far as my thinking goes, you can ask questions and you can find answers. It's just understand that the answer you find may not be the one that you want. The questions that you have may never be answered, not all of them. And sometimes you have to answer those questions for yourself, or maybe you have to ask other people. I mean, it's just, questions, it can be answered or not answered. Just to simplify for a version of that. Just understand it can and can't be answered sometimes. But to say that it can never be answered, that's a bit much. Never say never. Nah, that's kind of an extreme to say it can never be answered. I wonder why. Now, is he talking about like when you answer that question, then two more questions come up from that one. Then when you answer this question, then two more questions come up from that one, and when you answer this question, 2 more or 4 more comes up from this one. As in, as one question gets answered, more and more questions comes. And that's the reason why your questions can never be answered, is because as each question gets answered, it gets more questions. He did talk about that, so I'm not sure how he's going about that. And I do get the fact that maybe he's also going along the path of trying to think who said this. It was Sadhguru or Osho. But basically to live now, at the moment. Enjoy life now. Don't think about anything else. Don't think about tomorrow, because if you're thinking about tomorrow, you're not here now. And then it was actually Osho. He's saying just enjoy life. Enjoy. I'm sure Sadhguru has said it, but the one I remember was Osho. Just enjoy life. Live it, experience it. Kind of like how a child experiences it. How we are so busy questioning life when we should be really just enjoying it. So not to question life, but to enjoy it. I can be like that, but I question life, so I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with questioning life, but it's just to understand that you may not get an answer, you may not get the answer that you want, or maybe you will get the answer. Anyways, that's my reaction to is Sadhana The Answer, Sadhguru. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid. Hey, I guess there's this last part here. I'm not trying to give answers. I want you to deepen your questions in such a way that truth becomes the only authority in your life. That the truth becomes the only authority in your life. I guess with the Western mentality, people want to know what the truth is, wants to be told what the truth is. Eastern philosophy says that each of us must find our own truths. There's not one single true truth, one single true truth. And I guess that's the conflict in my mind. It's the fact that it's interpretation and how some people, the things that I see in at least in America, is the fact that some extremists see what they see as to be true, and they believe it to be true. So they have extreme points of views, and because they believe on what they believe to be so true, that they'll follow it to an extreme. I guess if you look at extremists, terrorist extremists across the world, what they believe in is the truth. But it's just still in conflict with, again, a peaceful truth. But yes, and I guess that's where the kind of the confusion can come. It's the fact that what is the truth and the interpretation of the truth, and how far they're willing to take the truth, and what that truth is to the individual. Because if there's not a single solitary true truth, that means any individual could potentially find a truth in anything, whether it be good or bad. But I hope that we all find a peaceful truth. I hope I edit this correctly, because I should have played it a little bit more towards the end. But anyways, peace.